insanity. Let me just say what flat Earth isn't. We're not a disk floating in space with other flat planets or round planets. Take that off the table. So what is flat Earth? Well, think about this. Large bodies of water at rest lay flat, scientifically, testably, provably, measurably flat. So the flat Earth is like a pond. What holds a pond in? And the answer is it's the shoreline that surrounds the water. It's consistently higher than the level of the water. That holds up the water. The water needs lateral pressure. Water lays flat. And we live in what I call the Antarctic Basin. They tell us Antarctica is a continent at the bottom of the ball. Just like we see, we look at our globes and it shows a continent at the bottom of the ball. But in reality, Antarctica is the land that surrounds the world pond. So think of all of the oceans of the world as a giant pond, all of the continents and islands as islands within that pond. The shoreline of our pond is Antarctica. So if you're on that lake and you're sailing around and you sail to the edge of the lake, you don't fall off into space, you step up onto the land. Now imagine at the center of that lake we have a mountain, and that mountain is magnetic. Okay, so we'll call that the North Pole at the center of our flat lake. So if you're on a boat on the lake and you have a compass, that compass is going to point towards the center of the lake. No matter where you are, the North Needle is going to point at the center of the lake. Flat Earth is provable. We live on a flat, level plane. All of our senses, all of our measurements, every scientific test done through history by accredited scientists to prove axial rotation, the spinning of the Earth, or curvature of the Earth, has failed and proven the opposite, but they don't teach us that in school. If I look up at the lights in my ceiling, they don't dictate the shape of my floor. When I look through binoculars, telescope at Saturn, I see a sphere. It looks like a sphere, but it has no relation to the shape of the Earth because planets are not what they tell us. The Earth is a level plane. The way I describe it is it's the basement of the universe. What's below the Earth? Nobody knows what's inside the Earth. The deepest hole ever dug is not even 8 miles. And when they were digging that hole, they were wrong every step of the way. Oh, there's no more water. They hit water. Oh, there's no more rocks. They hit rocks. And then just before 8 miles, they hit an impenetrable barrier, and nobody can go any deeper. But then all of a sudden, they know the next 4,000 miles to the center, and they show us that meme of all of the layers of Earth. That's just a meme. There's no scientific evidence at all. Just really quick on gravity is we live in this electromagnetic system. The Earth is stationary. It's not moving. It has what we call a negative charge to it. And everything above the Earth in the air has a positive charge. Well, negative and positive attract each other. And it says, hey, down is this way. That electrostatic force, by the way, is thousands of times stronger than what they tell us gravity is. Flat is not a shape. The Earth is measurably, testably level and horizontal. All plumb bobs, that if you hold a string with a weight on it, that's a plumb bob. That's what they use in construction. All of them point down vertical to the horizontal plane. Microwave towers, if you research them, need a line of sight. Well, we have microwave towers going over 300 miles, and they're communicating with each other. That does not work on a ball Earth. We don't use the word planet because it's a plane. They just kind of added a T to the end. What's below the Earth? We talked about that. Nobody knows. I don't think the moon is a place that you can go. I mean, there were scientists in the 50s talking about that the moon is plasma and that we can never go to the moon. So with that said, the moon missions as described were not accurate. If there's more land beyond Antarctica, what's another word for more? We'll say extra. What's another word for land? We'll say territory. So put that together in a word, extra terra. Guess what? If somebody came from the extra terra outside of Antarctica, beyond in that outer area, we might call them an extraterrestrial from the outer space. Well, what's beyond the edge of the land? What's beyond the other lakes? I don't know. I haven't been there.